a mysterious gate and an ancient prophecy. There are places in the world so ancient, so cloaked in mystery, that merely looking upon them stirs something deep within us. Something primal, spiritual, perhaps even divine. One such place exists in the heart of Jerusalem, nestled within the centuries-old walls of the Old City. It is known as the Eastern Gate or the Golden Gate. This gate, sealed shut for over 500 years, has long been associated with a powerful prophecy, that it will remain closed until the return of the Messiah, Jesus Christ, according to Christian belief. But now, in a development that has left historians, theologians, and believers stunned, reports have emerged that the gate, long sealed and untouched, has mysteriously opened. Could this be a coincidence? A man-made act? Or are we standing at the edge of something far greater than ourselves? In today's video, we delve deep into the history, the prophecy, and the significance behind this ancient gate, and what its mysterious opening might mean for us all. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications, so you don't miss any of our thought-provoking, spiritually rich content. Your support helps us bring more powerful stories like this one to light. Let's begin. The Gate of Prophecy, History of the Eastern Gate. The Eastern Gate, also called the Golden Gate or the Gate of Mercy, is one of the oldest gates in Jerusalem's old city walls. Unlike other gates, it faces the Mount of Olives and leads directly into the Temple Mount, the most sacred site in all of Judaism and Christianity. Historically, this gate has held deep religious and spiritual significance. Jewish tradition holds that the Messiah will one day enter Jerusalem through this very gate. Similarly, in Christian theology, this is the gate through which Jesus is said to have entered on Palm Sunday, riding on a donkey, fulfilling the prophecy of Zechariah 9 verse 9. It's not just a gate made of stone and mortar. It's a symbol, a threshold between the earthly and the divine, between what is and what is promised to come. In 1541, the Ottoman Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent ordered the gate to be sealed. Some say it was done to prevent the Jewish Messiah from entering the city. Whether out of religious conviction or political foresight, the act of sealing the gate only added fuel to the fire of prophetic expectations. And for nearly 5 centuries, the gate has remained sealed. Until now, the sudden opening. What has happened? Recently, reports surfaced, accompanied by photographs and videos, suggesting that the Eastern Gate has somehow opened, or at least portions of it have become accessible. These images have sparked waves of discussion across religious communities, media outlets, and social networks. According to initial eyewitness accounts, a small opening was discovered in the gate, revealing a tunnel or chamber behind the sealed facade. Some claim it was caused by natural erosion or human interference. Others believe this is a sign, perhaps even a divine one. Jerusalem's authorities have not officially confirmed how or why the gate opened. There are whispers of construction, of maintenance, of exploratory digging. Yet the timing and secrecy surrounding the event have only deepened the mystery. Could this be a sign that prophecy is beginning to unfold? Or is it simply a coincidental breach in old stone? Let's explore the spiritual dimension of what this gate means, and what the Bible has to say about it. The biblical prophecies surrounding the gate. To understand the magnitude of this moment, we must return to Scripture. In Ezekiel 44 verses 1 to 3, the prophet writes, "Then he brought me back to the outer gate of the sanctuary, which faces east, and it was shut. And the Lord said to me, This gate shall remain shut, it shall not be opened, and no one shall enter by it. For the Lord, the God of Israel, has entered by it. Therefore it shall remain shut. Only the prince may sit in it to eat bread before the Lord." This passage is often interpreted as referring to the Eastern Gate, and many believe that it symbolizes the divine presence that once entered through it, and the Messiah who will one day return the same way. Christians believe that Jesus fulfilled part of this prophecy with his triumphant entry into Jerusalem. But many also believe a second fulfillment is yet to come at his return. The gate's closure is seen not as an end, but a sacred pause, a divine waiting room. Its sudden opening now raises a profound and unsettling question. Is the pause coming to an end? Theological perspectives. What different faiths believe? Judaism, Christianity, and Islam all hold the Eastern Gate in reverence, but their interpretations differ. In Jewish tradition, the gate is associated with the coming of the Mashiach, the Messiah who will restore Israel and bring an era of peace. The Messiah's arrival is said to come from the east, through this very gate. In Christian belief, the gate has already been sanctified by Jesus' arrival, but will once again be part of his second coming, when he returns in glory to judge the living and the dead. Interestingly, the Ottomans not only sealed the gate in the 1500s but also placed a Muslim cemetery directly in front of it, possibly to prevent the arrival of a Jewish or Christian messianic figure, as Jewish tradition holds that a priestly Messiah would not cross a cemetery due to ritual impurity. Islamic tradition also speaks of a final judgment from the east, near the Mount of Olives, making this gate a point of significance in all three Abrahamic religions. So the gate stands not just as an architectural relic, but as a prophetic crossroads, where history, faith, and destiny converge. Archaeological and political considerations. While many are looking at this development through a spiritual lens, archaeologists and political experts urge caution. They remind us that ancient structures deteriorate over time. An opening in the wall could be due to natural causes, weathering, earthquakes, or structural shifts. Some speculate that the Israeli government or religious authorities might have initiated discreet restoration or investigation efforts behind the scenes, triggering the breach. Yet even in the face of logic and reason, there is something undeniably spiritual about this moment. The gate didn't simply crack. It opened just a little, just enough to stir hearts and awaken ancient hopes. It has reminded millions around the world that prophecy is not merely written in books. It is alive, unfolding, and perhaps closer than we think. Signs of the times? Or misinterpretation? We must ask the difficult question. Are we projecting our hopes onto a natural event? Or are we finally witnessing the fulfillment of long-awaited prophecy? Jesus himself spoke of his return, saying in Matthew 24 verse 36, "But about that day or hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father." He warned of false signs and false prophets, but he also urged his followers to remain watchful, discerning the signs of the times like one reads the weather. Perhaps this gate, opening now after centuries of silence, is not a trumpet blast, but a whisper, a nudge from the divine, reminding us that the promises of God are not forgotten. It may not be the end, but it could be the beginning of the end, or simply a call to live with greater purpose and faith. What should we do now? If the opening of the Eastern Gate is indeed a sign, then what should we, as believers or seekers, do in response? We are not called to fear, but to hope, not to speculate wildly, but to prepare spiritually. This moment calls us back to Scripture, to prayer, to reflection, to righteousness. It reminds us that we are not merely spectators of prophecy, but participants in God's plan. The Messiah's return, whether near or far, is not just about a gate in Jerusalem. It's about the gate of our own hearts. Are we open to him, or sealed shut by fear, pride, or distraction? Now more than ever is a time to ask, are we ready? Conclusion. A gate, a mystery, a call. The Eastern Gate of Jerusalem, sealed for nearly 500 years, has now opened, however slightly. And with it, ancient prophecies have been stirred from their slumber. This event has reminded the world that some things are beyond coincidence, that history, prophecy, and faith are deeply intertwined. Whether this is a true sign of the end times or simply a moment to awaken spiritual awareness, one thing is clear: something sacred is at work. The gate may have been sealed by kings and empires, but it can only be opened by the hand of God. As we continue to explore this mystery, let us do so with open minds, prayerful hearts, and a readiness for whatever comes next. Thank you for watching. If you found this video meaningful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share it with others. Leave a comment below. What do you believe about the Eastern Gate? Could this be a sign of Jesus' return? Until next time, stay watchful, stay faithful, and may peace be upon you.